In the bustling city of Athens, there was a man named Ariston who loved to eat and drink. He would spend all his hard-earned money on lavish meals and exotic drinks while neglecting his work and responsibilities. His friends would often mock him, calling him a glutton and a wastrel. One day, Ariston heard about the great philosopher Socrates and decided to seek his advice. He found Socrates sitting under a tree, lost in thought. Ariston approached him and asked, "O wise Socrates, why do people live? Is it not to enjoy the pleasures of life, such as food and drink?" Socrates looked at Ariston with a compassionate gaze and said, "Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live." Ariston was puzzled by Socrates' words and asked him to explain. Socrates began to tell him a story. Once there was a man named Pythagoras who loved to eat and drink. He would spend all his time and money on his cravings, neglecting his family and friends. One day Pythagoras fell ill and realized that he had wasted his life on meaningless pleasures. He regretted not spending more time with his loved ones and pursuing his passions. On the other hand, there was a man named Plato who lived a simple life. He ate and drank only what was necessary to sustain his body and mind. He spent his time studying philosophy and writing books. He had many friends who admired his wisdom and kindness. Socrates looked at Ariston and said, "Pythagoras lived only to eat and drink, while Plato ate and drank only to live. Which one do you think lived a more fulfilling life?" Ariston was amazed by Socrates' words and realized that he had been living his life like Pythagoras. He thanked Socrates for his wise counsel and promised to change his ways. From that day on, Ariston started to live a more purposeful life. He ate and drank only what was necessary and focused on his work and responsibilities. He discovered that true happiness comes from living a life of meaning and value, not from indulging in fleeting pleasures. Socrates' words had a profound impact on Ariston, and he became a wiser and more contented person. He realized that life is not about satisfying one's cravings, but about fulfilling one's purpose and potential. And so, the message of Socrates' wise words lived on, inspiring people to live a life of worth and meaning, and not to waste their time and energy on meaningless pursuits.